All right, you know when you hear that beat, you're live in the grapevine on Smooth 98.1. Your love music, love live station, 17 minutes past 8 a.m. It's a Tuesday morning, people. Yes, indeed. 21st day of October 2025. And this is yours truly, Ayokunmi Kikirek, welcoming you into another roller coaster ride into the world of entertainment, gist, and all the good vibes. That's what we do here every single Tuesday and Thursday. And believe me, there is a lot to sink our teeth into. There's basketballs everywhere, developments left, right, and center. And we are going to get to the bottom of everything, or as much as we possibly can, with your help, of course. So you get to join us, share your messages with us, share your thoughts, your perspective, shake tables as well, because we're not averse to that in the grapevine. So the WhatsApp number is 0911 999 You can also join us on YouTube. Yes, we are streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Those are the ways that you can join us in the grapevine this morning. Joining me to take a look at the stories on a Tuesday. It's unusual, but hey, it tends to happen sometimes. Mr. Irabo 1 billion is a little bit out of commission at the moment. So I have the one, the only, my main man, James Silas in the building.
Yeah. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Ayo. Good morning. You Rabble, get well soon. But look, I got you. I'm holding it down today. Yes.
As you
Let's
always
go.
do, as you always do, and that I'm always grateful for. Thank you for joining me this morning,
Awesome, my brother.
James. All right, let us start the Gbasgbos. Of course, there's nowhere else to start than talk about what's been going on between Ned Nwoko and, of course, Regina Daniels. Now, uh, there were recent issues that went down, and Ned accused his wife, more or less, of drug use. And reactions have continued to trail, his outburst against Regina. Now, according to the Daily Post, there are reports of a disturbing video clip which emerged online on Saturday. Now, it captured the actress in a distressed situation where she alleged domestic violence in Ned's house. Now, Ned, on the other hand, I think on Sunday, in a statement he posted on his social media handles, he attributed Regina's outburst to the influence of drugs and alcohol. Now, he said that she needs urgent rehabilitation or else he fears for her life, stressing that Regina had relocated to where she will have full access to absolutely no drugs. And there's been a lot of comments back and forth over this one. And I just wonder, I mean, looking at what has happened between the two of them, and in this instance, should Ned have put it out there that, that's what was going on? I mean, should he have said, look at it, oh, this is my wife, I need to protect her, keep her out of the public eye, and so on. Forget that she said, oh, there was domestic violence and all that, and just protect her and all that. Was this the right thing to do from his perspective? What do you think?
I mean, it's all shades of questions. It's shady. It's as far as I'm concerned. Um, I mean, if your wife had issues, drug issues from the get-go, it's only proper that you should have handled this internally before it even came all out like this. The truth is that what we saw on social media, as far as Regina Daniel was concerned, was not just
Right.
about the drug thing. What we saw first was a distressful situation, whether somebody was, beating her up, whether she was crying, she was calling for help, and it seemed like a violent situation, you know. Then in defense, you come out to say, "Oh, she's been dealing with drugs," and like that's even a low blow as far as I'm concerned. For a matured man like that, there should have been a better way to even handle that situation before it even came out to the public space. Now, like I said, what we saw was not a case of drug or no drug use. It was, first of all, the fact that she was being manhandled, and not just by one person, like a lot of people. Like, how can somebody, I mean, how do you leave your wife to the situation where a lot of people, whether regardless of who they are, to come and be handling, trying to, hold her down, and she was screaming, and like, where is the place of her position as a wife in that home? And who are these
Mm,
people coming to handle her and all this for talking, or maybe I don't know if they beat her up or whatever, but it was just questionable. And then the next reaction you have to give us is tell us that she's been abusing drugs or whatever. Like, that's not even consequential at this point in time. You know, like I said, we'll go back to what exactly we saw first. The issue of drugs or no drug use could have been managed already from the get-go or from the onset internally. You don't even need to. I mean, that's something you have handled between families. Call a mom, call a family and say, "This is what we are seeing. This is what I've noticed. Let's look for a way around it." And how did it girl? When did she even? She's too. Well, I mean, I was going to say she's. I mean, she was kept under your custody. She's a young girl. I mean, it's. I beg. The last person, Ned Nwoko, they arrested or something. Have they released the person?
I don't even know. The person
Because I
that
don't
they
want to say
picked up
something
for,
because I don't want
alleged
to. So
defamation.
allegedly, let me just use allegedly. Eh? Allegedly, she's allegedly probably as young as one of your former children, not former. Well, one of your children, Sha, from a previous marriage or relationship. I'm just saying that this is a young girl that was, that you married. You're supposed to actually cater to her, take care of her. I don't know, protect her basically. Because this is very, very embarrassing. This is bad. And then, what was also sadder for me was the way people reacted to it, saying that, oh, there you go. Maybe you want to cry in the Bentley, you want to cry in the Porsche, you want to do, people were just making fun of her and everything. And it's really, really sad. It's bad, it's not, it doesn't look good at all. But I thought it was really, really, um, you know, low for the man to now put out his statements telling people on social media that she's dealing with drugs and blah blah blah. That's actually, um, you know, it's a low blow. Like I said, I don't think that's made any sense. But I wish her all the best. I really really pray that she finds peace or resolve the issue, or if it's help that she needs, and if there's truly a situation of drug abuse, then I also pray that she finds help and get it together. But this is very messy, especially in public space. The truth is that in countries that work, even the man himself will be shaking. His seat will not be 100%, you know, sure for him at this point in time because he's expected to actually take responsibility and not come and be telling us that she's dealing with drugs and all those nonsense.
Ah,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Thank you very much. But I mean, the drama between Regina and, of course, Ned Nwoko, it didn't just start today. It's been a timeline of different issues. I think I remember in February of was it February this year? Was it last year? The whole talk about the allegations of Chika Ike being pregnant for Ned and all the
Yes.
drama there. Regina deactivated her social media accounts and so on and so forth. It's just so many different things have happened
Still
over
messy.
time. Too messy, really. Then the allegations of cheating that led, of course, to what's that guy's name? Tuma or something, if I'm correct. He was picked up on defamation charges.
Yeah.
There's just been so many different things happening between them, and like you said, I mean, wish her all the best. If she's dealing with certain demons, well, just hope that she can actually rise above that and get back to a better place, and everything can just work itself out. Because all this social media dragging and all, it's unbecoming. It's really
It's messy,
unnecessary.
bad. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. Look, see how
Hmm.
the whole. I mean, for me, even the fact that you're even a respectable senator and you're supposed to be doing more impactful things in the Senate House, not to become on social media to giving us statement about your wife being a drug addict. What happened to the other ones? How many? I beg, I beg, I beg. Second base, pardon me.
Well, moving on to second base and talking about Messi and social media and so on and so forth. Well, for those who don't know, Jennifer Lopez has been in the news once again, and she has been talking, and some ex-husbands are not having it at all, at all. I mean, she was on Howard Stern show recently, and she made some interesting comments stating that it's not that she's not lovable, it's that they're not capable as the husbands are not capable. And according to insiders, Ben Affleck was very, very, very furious about that. We know Jennifer's history. She's been married 4 times, engaged 6 times, and one of her, I think her first husband, that's Ojani Noah, who she was married to from 97 to 98. Came out to make comments as well. Ben Affleck, you just kind of alluded to the fact that he feels like she's rewriting history, giving her everything, love, stability, and so on and so forth. And, going out there to say that she didn't feel like she was ever loved. I mean, what is Jennifer on about, James?
I mean, I can imagine how mad Ben Affleck was hearing that. Like, he would have thought that he truly gave her everything and that he was supposed to be happy. But more, how many years did your own relationship? I mean, Mark Anthony, her marriage to Mark Anthony was what? Even up
That
to
was
10 years. And they
that was
had,
10 years.
yeah, and they had a set of twins, right? That's even productive. That was a productive marriage and it lasted 10 years at least. If anybody wants to be mad, it should be Mark Anthony. Ben Affleck was the lover boy. Not like he did not play his part. I really, really commend all these people. They tried, go on. But you see, when Jennifer Lopez comes out to say, oh, that it's not like she's not lovable, but you see, all these people were incapable of loving her. Ah, my sister, 4 marriages, 6 engagements. Like they run am because I don't know how else we can say we disagree with her or whatever. And if there's a price, if there's a standard, at least I don't know if at this point none of these people fit the bill, then maybe she knows what she's talking about. We really don't understand because Ayo, Jennifer Lopez. I mean, I'm not even counting the boyfriends, though.
I
You not
mean,
count the other relationship. Do you understand? But
there were a number of boyfriends in between.
do you understand? So, but if she's saying that it's not her fault, it's all of these men's fault. I can understand their pain. I can understand, especially for someone like Ben Affleck, who you would have thought that even when they came back, I mean, a lot of people were like, "Oh wow, they brought it back. You came back home," and but at the end of the day, it still didn't work. All the best to Jennifer Lopez, though. Maybe you should look for a Nigerian man. Perhaps they might be better. I don't know why. Better
Because
yet,
I
stay
mean,
single. Stay single. You can have boyfriends here and there, but try to even hide from social media or hide it from the public eye. Just maybe you have a happier life, because all these men, like you said, they are not doing it for her.
I mean, 4 men you were married to, 6 you were engaged to, and they didn't love you like that. Well, I
She
don't
should go back
know.
to Didi.
The common denominator. Let's see if she'll wait for him to come out. Let's see if she'll wait for him to come out. Anyways, let's take a break. When we come back in, we'll continue the conversation here. Sashina Peters also in the news, making some very interesting comments. And we'll also talk about MTV. Yes, they are shutting down pretty soon. The end of an era, if I can put it that way. All that and a bag of chips on the other side. This is The Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. Back in a moment. The developer is not serious.
My brother, I think it's crazy. What exactly is the issue? What's the problem? But let me tell you, Jennifer Lopez is too much. She's just too much for everybody. As far as I'm concerned, she's just too much for everybody. So, and it's okay to feel that way. It's just that I feel sad for Ben Affleck. You can imagine that
Like,
he thought he had done everything because coming from the first experience and then you now come back again together, he would have done even more than 1000% to make her happy, to make her
exactly.
comfortable and everything. But still, my guy,
My guy still
my
collects stray
love doesn't
bullets.
cost a thing. Clearly, she doesn't do all you can. Nothing, no. Love doesn't cost a thing.
Oh, goodness gracious. It is well with our soul because
But you know that thing when
why
they
make
put
those
me, yeah, say that again.
why make those comments unnecessary now?
That's what I'm going to say. That you are on television or interview or whatever. How is this interview going to be interesting if you don't say something very strong or very controversial? You know what I'm
At this
saying?
point,
So
I
and then
think
look, that's what I'm talking about right now because how do you come up? I mean, they ask questions. How do you want to defend yourself? And when it's not even the case of standing in front of the court with defense and everything, you can say whatever you want. Later, the other people can be explaining and be defending themselves. Look on.
because I mean, when you look at everybody she's been with, like we said, married 4 times, engaged 6 times. The common denominator here is you. You're the
Yeah,
common denominator in this.
but you know
And
that thing. People fail to take responsibility in a lot of cases. They fail
true,
to take responsibility.
very, very true.
That's the problem. I mean, no
So
disrespect. someone like what's his name? Frank Adore, who had what's it called? I think I don't know if one time that the news was that maybe he was having issues with his second marriage or something. And then I just saw one banter that was having between himself and Omojua. And that one said, "Oh, after two marriages or whatever, you are still the one who is, or maybe you could not manage just something sharp." But it now looked like okay, he's the one with the problem. If he could not stay with or he could not successfully pull off two marriages or two relationships, just maybe you are the common denominator. But sometimes it might not be the case, you know. We really don't have the details. We don't know what really happened. But Jennifer Lopez, she was all right. Have you seen her lately?
I have. You think say that with your last one? No, be your last one now.
So
Your
she's
last
still
one
all
now.
right.
You don't run one or two. Yeah. This is another.
If easy, go run them now. The next person I want to hear that is getting married is Kim Kardashian. She has to remarry again.
It won't surprise me.
It
won't surprise me at all. Is she even dating right now, Seth? I don't even know if she's dating.
We don't even know. But she might be dating and just keep it on the low, you know.
Is that possible? Kim dates on the low.
It's possible.
How?
Going by our last experience with that other comedian guy, the actor, what's his name?
I should know show. Date and keep it on the low. I'm not sure.
It's crazy. But you see that system, their own system is just it's crazy. It's interesting.
Like
it's really, really interesting.
It doesn't mean anything to them at all.
No,
it doesn't mean anything to them at all.
So okay.
We married today, divorce tomorrow. What
now happened? Exactly.
And then after divorce, you don't need another person again. From where to where? Wow. When you hear people, I've been married 6 times.
They have head for a marriage or a relationship. But if you leave Nigeria, if Africa was not so judgmental, we'll be having a lot of that in Africa as well.
Well,
yeah.
I'm thinking to a degree now, shame they hold our hand.
And not just shame self, plus money. And then there's also the place of religion.
Okay,
you understand?
Well, there's that. There's that. So that's also playing a part in keeping the sanity, because if people going to do anyhow.
Absolutely.
People don't be doing anyhow. In all honesty.
You think also like Ned Nwoko is doing now, Regina will not just say, I beg you, get out and move. In fact, like this girl, people are waiting for her. So I beg, leave that man.
Of course.
Yeah. Are we coming back? You have a lot of adverts playing.
Yeah, they packed a lot in this 8:30, but this is the last one that is playing, about 40 seconds, right?
Okay.
ARM is powered by media. Our fitness, ARM, Puma, Biggie Water, and Cali Sweat. ARM, run for the future. Invested in your health.
Hi, my name is Richard Dominic, and this is Smooth 98.1.
You're listening to Nigeria's #1 station.
And we're back. It's the Grapevine on a Tuesday morning here on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. 37 minutes past 8 a.m. Ayokunmi Kekiriakun here with you, and welcome back into all the gossips, entertainment gist, and so on and so forth, because we've just been diving into a lot of issues that have been making the rounds recently, and believe me, you need to be a part of this. So, what's up? We need to hear from you. 0911-999-0981. You can also leave your comments on YouTube because we are streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. And those are the ways you can be a part of the grapevine this morning. Talking about your comments, Chidozie says, now that Ned has presented us with some valuable evidence, a classic case of whistleblowing, I think NDLA should be swinging into action to bring the perpetrators to book. Abihauna Siam. Well, there could be a case to take a look and see, what's going on here with these allegations? Are they true or not? And then we go from there. But bear in mind, we know that there are certain powers that be within that dynamic. I don't know how possible that's going to be. You know how things work in Nigeria now. You know, the rules don't tend to apply evenly across the board.
Wait, but you really think that if there was supposed to be an arrest, that Ned Nwoko will be waiting for NDLA to come and arrest somebody? You really think so?
That's what I'm saying now. That
allegedly.
that the dynamic doesn't work that way for everybody across board. I mean, the way it works for those who are upstairs, it's not the same way it works for those who are on the first or second floor. We're not penthouse people are different from those who are in the apartment on the first floor. So,
exactly.
If you get what I mean. A.Y. says both husband and wife are shady. They're both not telling the truth. However, one thing that is certain, and that is the fact, is that Regina Daniels is not a victim. She knew exactly what she was doing. And just as her husband should rightly be called out, she must also bear some responsibility as well. Right, thank you, AY, for your message. Okay, let's step back in. Like I said earlier on, Sir Shina Peters has been in the news. Now, this one, I don't know whether it was a good laugh or something. I just, smiled and said, I think James will have fun with this one. Anyways, Nigerian musician, Oluwashina Akombi Peters, what we all know him as Sir Shina Peters, has identified classics as the most desirable legacy of musicians. No doubt about that one. He was featured in a recent podcast, and he said that it is the dream of every musician to have evergreen songs at the end of their career. Now, the 67-year-old musician said he feels accomplished having bagged 4 classics, claiming that he has more classics than the late American pop star Michael Jackson. Now, I love Shina Peters. Shinomania Part 2. Till this day, I jam, amongst others. But that assertion, James, people might come for me, but that assertion, let's pause first, because what's happening? What's happening here?
People might come for you that what? What's saying the truth?
I mean, they'll say that's my own truth, though. That is not the truth.
No, but let's be honest. I think Shina Peters, his biggest song will be that song Afro Juju Shina Peters. I don't know the title itself, but we know the song we're talking about. Esheo, I can't remember the title. I think
it's Afro Juju. I think
Afro
it's off that
Juju,
album.
Right? And then there was he also had Ace. 777 is the number. Oluwashina.
Yeah, there was Ace. There was Ace. There was Shinomania as well.
Yeah, Shinomania as well.
That one too was really good.
His biggest song, we shall know that is that Afro Juju, Shina Peters, right? That particular song.
Yeah.
And then when we say being a hit record or being, it's a classic. But where were those songs, or where was that song a classic? Bro, let's face it. It was basically in Nigeria, among the Nigerian crowd, among the Nigerian people. Yes, if you play it in America, it's not the Americans really knowing the song. It's still your Nigerian community that appreciates and remember that song. And then even bringing it back now to even say in this generation of Gen Zs and so on, how many of them really, really know or connect? Do you understand? And this is not in any way to be disrespectful. I mean, I'm a true African respectful man, and I'm not going to say or put the word in a way to disrespect Sir Shina Peters. But you see, for Shina Peters to say he has more classic records than Michael Jackson, is and I also don't want to say he's ignorant, but it's not true. Okay, it's not true. You cannot say that, bro. From the top of your head, first of all, Michael Jackson was one of the even in the Guinness Book of Records, world records. He had his first song, the first song that got made it to number one on the top Billboard 100. I think it was Bad, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think it was Bad, either Bad or yeah, I think it was Bad. I think it was
He was
Bad
even he
or
was even
Dangerous.
already doing it
One of them.
even before he went solo. Even with the Jacksons, he was
Yeah,
already, at the top
yeah.
of that
I mean,
tree.
he had so we cannot even. Yeah, it's okay. So it was Bad. The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, Dirty
They're even
Diana.
going far.
Look,
Off the wall. Start from off the wall.
bro, so you cannot come in this day and age, in this time of people being woke and informed, to come and say you had more classics than. And sometimes, that interview was on Honest Bunch. It will be wrong sometimes to analyze based on the clip that people have seen, or that so you know how they just say it sometimes, but we might need to watch for proper context. But no matter what or how you put it, um, even in Nigeria here, you cannot compare any of these artists with what Michael Jackson did or has done or did in his lifetime, even with the records, even in death, the numbers that he had hit, how many artists, how many people, how many platinums, how many diamonds do we have on the record? How many has the Senior Peters clock? I don't even know how, in terms of digitally, what his numbers are, but you cannot compare not the music now. I mean, in terms of achievements, in terms of the way he
Legacy.
put it, classics, legacy, everybody to their own, you understand, your own, your pocket. But you see, when you talk about, when you bring up, or if the person that you went to pull up is Michael Jackson, then we'll ask you, when, first of all, you have to compare yourself or compare your classics to someone like the great Fela Kuti. Do you understand? You have to go and say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, if you had said, oh, I have more classics than Fela Kuti, which is not true as well. Do you understand? It's just sort of, it's somehow, it's respectful. I mean, it sounds like you just want to just say something. But like I said, maybe we'll have to check for context to see how he really, really actually said it, as against what was just thrown or stitched together on social media. But there's no way you had, you say you have four classics more than Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson does not have four classics. He has a catalog of classics. I beg you.
Mm. And one thing I tell a lot of people these days, or right now, is when they talk about, oh, Taylor Swift did this, Beyonce did that. Now, maybe because they are still in the industry and
Young and active.
young and active to a degree. Now, Michael Jackson has been at this since the early 70s. He's been gone since 2009. Until this very day, you still have people doing Michael Jackson impressions, Michael Jackson impersonators. Even at the Olympics, I think was it the last Olympics or the one before, in one of the synchronized swimming events. One of the songs used was a Michael Jackson song. You go online, people are dancing to his songs, they are doing this to his songs, and so on and so forth. He is an icon, and it goes way beyond even the music itself. So if you're going to talk about, oh, I'm in the same tax bracket as MG, it go hard small.
No, at all. It doesn't come close. So, like I said, let's even just keep it on the works in terms of the song classics. You say you have, and he's even said by himself, according to the interview or to country report, that he has four four classic records. Do you understand? Yeah, then
Right.
saying that is more than Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson doesn't have just four. We from the top of our head, we are counting already. We can tell already that almost and the numbers, when we say classics or when we say hit records, we're not just saying hit records. This is not just from as at the time that it was created. We're talking about even till now, even in his death. The numbers that we are talking about on this. So if you now put his achievements, Michael Jackson's achievements, line them up like this from top to the bottom, bro, and you now bring yours, You shouldn't even mention Michael Jackson. It's okay, hype yourself, you know, however you want. But Michael Jackson, please, Baba, I'm respecting you.
Oh my goodness. Stan on WhatsApp says, no disrespect. I mean, with all due respect to Shino Peters, which of his songs is influential to the society? All songs with funky lyrics and garbage. Awilo is even more iconic than him, to be honest, with all due respect. Afro give you
No,
my
that's not
foot.
due respect. Don't do that. Don't do that. What's his name again?
Stan.
Man, calm down, I beg. We're not doing it's not roasting him. Don't say just leave it, leave him, let him talk his talk, please. He say all due
let,
respect. I will
let him speak his truth. Let him speak his truth.
I
Sister
beg.
Delgado says, exactly, MJ is an icon in the music industry. Check out The Smooth Criminal. I mean, that's just one of many. And
That's
then it
just
says,
one.
and says, even in the next decade, MJ is still important in the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed. All right, let me take this one from YouTube. Ayofedada says, Ned Nwoko and Regina Daniels, drama reloaded. My brother, the drama, you know, be here at all, at all. We keep our eyes open for more updates on that, which we'll bring to you in the grapevine. No doubt about that one. Anyways, we need to wrap it up this morning. Thank you all for all the messages. James Silas, you are the real MVP.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you very much for having me as usual. Guys, if you want to catch up with me, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, everywhere. It's James Silas, as in JamesIlas. Yeah, if you send me a message or just say hi to me that you're from the grapevine, I'll holler back. I'll catch you guys on Thursday by God's grace.
By God's
Peace.
grace. Before we go, Tayo sent this one, and I have to read this one. Tayo says,
Yes.
there's a reason Jenny is from the block. Is that it's adjacent to the streets. Then it'd be like say, Shino, don't Shino. With
Oh,
that
she
claim
know.
of plastics, he should be calming down. Tayo,
Uh,
I need to bring you on the grapevine very soon. I need to have you on the
yes,
grapevine very soon.
Tayo,
I don't
Tayo
know
has
how, but
bars.
it has to happen. All right, then. Thank you all so much once again. James, see you on Thursday, God willing. Looking
Peace.
forward to that. All right, take care of yourself. All right, Lagos, thank you all so much once again for keeping it tuned to the grapevine and to Smooth 98.1. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be great music coming your way all the way. Keep it tuned. Yes.